she's pretty damp in Cairns. It was really raining yesterday. We had a fair bit today so far, this morning. But yesterday was pretty well the whole day, just showers all day. Still very grey, as you can see. Now I know for a fact things aren't nearly as tight in Vietnam as they are here, because I'm a member of a couple of meetup groups there, and they locked themselves down for a month or so, but now they're actually having physical meetings again. So they're going to the same venue they used to. Like there's a language meetup at the Rogue Bar, and they're still meeting there. They're going back to that same venue. So that's a normal bar. So it appears, from what I can gather, that they're pretty well opened stuff up again. So yeah, it's a shame not living there, because it'd be so nice to be able to get out and sort of mingle. But the opportunities here are obviously not around because of that crazy 10-person law. But you know, I just keep getting used to our state politicians making the most ludicrous decisions. They just seem to be out of touch. So there's a certain dichotomy between federal and state governments at the moment, I believe. Common sense seems to be more based in Canberra, which is not what you'd expect, but I think it is at the moment. I know that on the local level, the mayor here, Bob Manning's not happy about what's happening to Cairns. I mean, you can't blame him. He knows that because we've had the air links severed, the economy's in real strife. And yeah, I think he's making it known quite publicly how bad he feels about things. But it appears as if Anastasia Palaszczuk just reacts by getting angry now. It seems like she's going to dig her heels in, and as far as she's concerned, her chief medical officer is God, and anything she says obviously just goes. And we know that medical people aren't God because of what happened with the professor shutdown in the UK. Prof Ferguson, he was found out to be just a total scaremonger. So, like I say, I don't understand what these politicians do, and I think she's just under a lot of pressure, and she's making some bad decisions. And even though the opposition here is pathetic, they may win by default. I think she's showing the signs. The Palaszczuk government showing all the signs of a government that's a bit tired and arrogant. So we'll see. But I feel as though average people are getting pretty fed up with things. So it's good to get out again anyway. I just didn't want to go yesterday because it was just so wet. It was literally just bucketing down the whole day. So but today just overcast, at least to Savo. Hopefully that's still the case. I got away with it the other day. I got back before it started to come down, but I don't know what's going to happen today. I had a major mishap on my computer yesterday. By mistake, I deleted about 120 TV programs I had on the disc. It's just very annoying when that happens, because I was just trying to delete one, and then I saw a message coming up saying 100 and something, or rather, files will be deleted. I'm thinking, what? And I didn't have enough time to actually stop it. And the other problem was it didn't go into the recycle bin because I hadn't cleaned the recycle bin out. So I lost it all. Very, very annoying, because I need my entertainment, especially at the moment, being locked in and with very few live alternatives. So yeah, that's only happened to me a few times in my life. It's pretty bad when it does, though, because it's a hell of a lot of work to retrieve all the stuff. But at least it wasn't my life's work, like some people, you know, working on their PhDs, writing their treatise or whatever, and they lose the bloody thing of it. So they've been spending months or years working on an academic paper, and they lose the lot. That would just be absolutely horrible. Mind you, anyone who does that sort of thing should be backing up. That's essential. You just cannot trust technology. foolish, because any hard drive could die on you. So we've always got to do all that housekeeping. It's a pain in the arse and it's boring, but it has to be done. Another uneventful shopping excursion. Didn't get what I needed either. There wasn't a bit denuded of no mineral water, or not mineral water, but no Indian tonic water. Sorry, tonic water. I want to be politically correct. I don't know why that would actually offend Indians, but apparently, I suppose someone in marketing is so super sensitive they're not going to take any risks. But anyway, G&T's not looking so good. Well, I haven't got any gin anyway, so that's a fairly important ingredient in the G&T. So I've got to get off to Murphy's tomorrow. But yeah, it's not super well stocked at the old Coles. Even yeah, the toilet paper section was half full, but with the all brand names again. But there's always been supplies. None of that crap where it just basically just totally runs out. That's all. The bad old days are gone, thank God. But as I start to spit, I might get caught here. Well, it's Thursday and things don't seem to be getting any better. It's becoming more and more depressing, this the situation with the closed borders between New South Wales and Queensland is just totally absurd. Now we've got two premiers feuding with one another over this ridiculous border closure. Anastasia Palaszczuk is supposedly the Premier of Queensland, but really, in effect, now the state is being run by the Chief Medical Officer, Jeanette Young. She's the one calling the shots. She's basically a bureaucrat, an administrator, and she is the most powerful person in Queensland right now, and even running against the Constitution, which says there should be a free trade between the states. It may get to a stage where we might even have to have a state of emergency declared by Scott Morrison in Canberra to overcome this ridiculous situation. Anastasia Palaszczuk just doesn't seem to have a clue. She doesn't realise the ramifications of what's going on here. The tourism industry is getting decimated here. I'll be reading a Tropic Now article that outlines what's been going on. I actually did get some information from Cairns Post though, and that was regarding, this is related again to Jeanette Young, in that she was the woman who gave the okay for the previous gathering down in, I think it might have been Rockhampton, where they had an Aboriginal funeral and they had the elders there. Exactly the same thing, but on a larger scale, apparently has just happened in Cape York, in the Cape York Peninsula. Apparently there were 300 people at that Aboriginal funeral. So much for social distancing. Well, it's social distancing for some and not social distancing for others. And I think that's why you had such a thing as the One Nation Party, because they want to have laws that cover all ethnic groups. And there's no differentiation. We're all Australians. That's how it should be. And it's the same with this ridiculous problem between interstate travel. We're all Australians. Why the hell can't we travel within the state? The stipulation by Jeanette Young is ridiculous. She's saying that there cannot be a COVID virus breakout anywhere in the other states for about 28 days. That seems to be what she's asking for, which is impossible. So basically, it looks as though we may never be able to get out of this state. That's how absurd the situation's looking right now. And Anastasia Palaszczuk seems to be quite happy with it. I don't know what she's thinking. I think she's trying to lose the next election. And she's doing a damn fine job of it at the moment. So, like I say, you look at the picture of these two and you think, Dumb and Dumber, seriously. You know, the people that are running our lives these days in politics are very low quality, in my opinion. We deserve a lot better than this. I mean, at least someone like Scott Morrison has actually rallied to the cause and shown some leadership. But these state premiers, I mean, it's not just Palaszczuk, it's a number of them, are just hopeless. And, you know, I don't know where this is going to end. I'm despair for the country. It's very depressing because, you know, you just wonder if you've got morons like this in power, what hope do we have?
I'm sorry for being such a downer, but I'm really upset about it. And every day it just seems to get worse and worse. And, there's people are suffering already, and they're going to be, this whole community here could be totally destroyed by the policies down in southern Queensland. It's just crazy stuff. So, if you've got any influence, anybody who watches this, please get on to people in government and tell them this is just not on. So fingers crossed that some sanity prevails and we turn into Australia again rather than a number of diversified colonies. Crazy stuff. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.